Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Isaac Umbras, and today we are back in Enthusia Professional Racing where we have the wonderful Ruf CTR. This machine is a gorgeous one based off of the Porsche 911 Turbo. Very rapid in a straight line. Very sketchy in the turns. It's gonna be an interesting vehicle to drive, but I'm looking forward to it. Welcome Midnight. Hope you're well. Yes, let's do what we can in the CTR. Apparently this is even faster than the some of the other vehicles that we'll be up against. Some of the other roof cars. This is apparently even faster, despite it being an older machine. So you got even faster than the Turbo or even faster than the RGT. So very interesting. Made a new rule in the server. I have not seen that yet. What is the new rule? What is the new rule in the server? Hopefully the rule wasn't made because of someone doing something silly or whatever. But it was more so just like kind of a precautionary thing. Easy around the turn. There we go, through the kitty is. Platform must specify for ping on. Okay, yeah, that's probably a good rule, and that way you minimize the at spam and everything. Yeah, that's probably smart. That's probably very smart, actually. For a game that doesn't support cross. So something like Wreckfest or what have you. You need to. Gotcha. Okay. That's one thing I do hope that happens with Wreckfest 2, is that one does support crossplay. That would be super nice. Help consolidate the player base as well. That way more servers have a higher number of people later in the game's life. Thankfully Wreckfest 1 didn't have too much of a population problem, but near the end it starts to get a little bit. Unless you have specific days or whatever. That you know certain servers are up and everything and are hopping. Welcome for Joby GT, hope you're well. Right now we are racing on the kitty cat, going through the left-hander that is Starfish, for heading on to the tail. Little tippy tap of the grass there, but all good. We're on the tail of the kitty cat now. The tail was probably the hardest part for me to drive, because especially this part here, like the corner starts tight, gradually opens up, so you have to like let out of the throttle, you gain more speed, and then it gets tight again and uphill. So you gotta get off the throttle while managing over and understeer. And because it heads up into the backwards Radion and Eau Rouge corners, it makes it even trickier. Oh man. Honestly though, for being a rear engine vehicle, this probably drives a lot better than the Turbo R did. So I'm not complaining too much. Turning to specify for games like Need for Speed Hot. Okay. Very nice. Good stuff. Oh, easy. Easy. There we go. Nice and smooth through the corners. Keep it all under control. There we go. Oh my gosh, and this thing hasn't even been like really upgraded much yet. So the fact that this is still able to just make it through and it's pretty stable actually. We got the adjustments pretty good. I don't usually like driving Porsche based vehicles in a lot of sims and simcades, just because I always found them a little bit under stereo on entry, over stereo on exit. which is kind of the exact opposite of the way I like my vehicles. But this actually has very, very nice, good turn in. Outside of my first non-race Nemo Line Road. Yeah, that was the Lego Star Wars thing, right? Something like that. I saw the ping. I didn't get a chance to fully read it. I was super busy. Work has been very, very hectic with the new project and everything. So I haven't gotten a chance to really like majorly check or like post things to Discord. So it was one of those things where I'm like, okay, I kind of saw the ping during like just after my lunch break, and then I'm like, okay, it's a new role. I don't know the full details, but new role, so all good, all good. Oh boy, easy. See if it's still because they're peer-to-peer. Ah, one of the benefits of peer-to-peer. Is you do have they're a little bit easier to preserve. There we go, level up. Give me some more points, give me some more upgrades. There we go, grippy boys. Yeah, with this one being a fairly high-end sports car, this one will take a little bit to level up, but it's at least enjoyable to drive, so I'm not gonna complain too much. Alright, another race and roof race. We could do Speedyapolis. We haven't done Speedyapolis in a very long time. So let's do it. Let's do Speedyapolis. Speedyapolis would be a good one for the roof with this high. Take suggestions for more online rules in the future. Yeah, right now there's a solid amount, so I guess there's just kind of see what games we will kind of gravitate towards and adjust based off of that. There we go. A smooth operator. Yeah, lots of races. I mean, you know, if that's the main thing you play and everything, the main thing you enjoy, then yeah, of course. You're a server type of deal. Come on, get the rotation. High speed corners are still a little bit unnecessary. Oh, that air-cooled Boxer 6 sound. So nice. Yeah. So with that being the main audience, you know, that would be stuff that you know, people might like. I will say, if you do one you could potentially like at least ask around and see if other people like doing it as well. But see about maybe like certain sim racing titles like the Strada Corsa Competizione. Could be fun. Get like maybe some like community racing going or something like that. Or like, you know, all agree to join like an LFM split or something like that, especially if it's a low participation series. Like the M2s. Oh, I love those cars. Love the M2s, best car. But I don't know, again, you're a server, you're a type of... I might be one of the few like sim races actually in the server. A lot of the rest might like, you know, more of the arcade games and everything. So, tis what tis. Batman, welcome! Hope you're well. Right now, we are driving the Porsche-based Ruf CTR. That's been heavily upgraded. Plenty of power from this air-cooled turbocharged flat 6. And it looks really good in this baby blue color as well. Got the massive whale tail in the rear for stability and cooling. Just a gorgeous machine. Alright, can I add a few rules for a few games I don't like on the server? Yeah, it might be worth like kind of asking around. If other people are interested in that, could be fun. Oh boy. Oh, that's a tippy tap in the wall. But I might very much be in the minority, and most people like, you know, the arcades and arcade racers, which nothing wrong with those as well. Oh boy, easy, get the rotation in. Oh, it's so hard to get initial high-speed rotation in a rear-engine car. They're very, very, very understeery. You can get a little bit of lift off oversteer, but like not a whole lot. Never was for 2015 in Burnout Paradise. Fair, 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 fair. I'm about to see if there's like times where I'm not streaming, but I'm a little bit free. You know, pinging and rolling, seeing if anyone wants to actually do something like that. But I don't know. Between work and everything else, I've been like running a mile a minute. it's been a little bit crazy, but that's life sometimes. Yeah. A lot of people like them, so you know, give people the option that even if you don't want to necessarily play, get up other people the option to, you know, do the community stuff and everything. Also, hey, congrats on finishing high school and everything as well. GG on that. Best of luck with the next step forwards, whether it's college, trade school, whatever you decide to do. Best of luck. This is where it gets real. But you can handle it. Look, if I can handle it, anyone can handle it. Oh, alright, we're gonna action up lapping some of the drivers. Let's go! Full send. Only about half a straightaway between us and the last place. Welcome, Memes, JD and Love. I hope you've been well. Right now, we are about to pull a little bit of lapping shenanigans on some of the field. This roof is absolutely lovely. If a little bit understeer in the higher speed corners, I need a little bit more front end bite. But oh, this is such a nice car. Give me your suck. Give me your slipstream. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna have to really slow down. Alright, that was the Firebird. What are you? That's the Integra. The DC2 Integra. Get it to run a little bit wide. All right. Not much further. One more corner. And this will give us lots of upgrades. Get some more power in this thing. Oh, I don't think we'll pass the Subaru in time. Oh, no, we're not gonna make it. Ah, oh, so close. We were right on their tail. We were right on their tail. But this is good. Jeez. Ah, ripperoni and cheese. Sorry about that, man. Oh, thanks for stopping by at least. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, that is gonna tank our rating. Go back to ping rules. Lego Star Wars needs to be specified for either PS3 or Xbox. Okay, fair enough. Because I don't, yeah, those don't have the cross-platform capabilities and everything. Uh-oh. What is what for which will be GT? What other country I've ever heard of? He says doesn't support. Oh, even there's no mods to kind of make it work. That's unfortunate. Alright. Bunch of German cars and the Dower Bugatti as well, because technically it was licensed as a German car, with Dauer being the quote-unquote manufacturer, even if it's originally French-Italian. There we go, easy, back to the right. Whoa, Nelly! Car is spicy, car is very spicy. Alright, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Back to the left, down a gear, down a go. Okay, understeer. Understeer is real. Gotta be careful with that. Gotta brake earlier. Gotta brake a lot earlier. Remember, this thing does have quite a bit of power. Oh, yeah. Apparently he has to head to bed early and everything. So... a little bit interesting, but oh well. Tis what tis. Yeah, only the PC version i6. Because, I mean, the PS1 version didn't have online capability at all, even at launch, so, you know. Yeah. Okay. Car is a little bit more understeer than it was previously. But I might be braking a little bit too late for some of these corners. So I'm gonna brake a little bit earlier and then try to get off the brakes to get it to rotate, and that may help. That may help out a lot. Whoop. Hop the curb there a little bit. Just a wee bit. Alright, we want to brake basically at the start-finish line. Down into the corner. Okay, we can brake a little bit after the start-finish line. Probably between the start-finish line and the first banister above the road after the start-finish line. Between there. That's probably... what? I want to say 120 meters? Something like that. For a road-going high-performance car, that's probably fine. You can cross-play Underground 1. Oh, that is so strange. I wonder how it handles like things like mods then. Granted, there aren't really that many mods for Underground 1 compared to the later Need for Speed games. So I wonder how that would work. And most mods are usually client-side anyway, where it's like widescreen patch or like HD textures and like that type of stuff. All right, just after the crust, down to the gears. Okay, I can brake a little bit later than what I'm expecting. Probably just after the hairpin marker. There we go. There we go, that's better, that's better. That counter's... okay, that's a little bit annoying. That counted as an off track. What is this, race room? Oh, save it. That's not a save. That is very much not a save. Okay. So we're going a little bit slower, so I can brake probably after the first banister. There we go. Yeah, adding more power definitely made this a little bit... it changed the handling nature of the vehicle a little bit. So I need to be a little bit careful about that. Yeah, Gran Turismo, it's only like the PlayStation consoles. Just out of curiosity, with Forza Horizon 5 coming to PlayStation 5 now, is that cross-platform between all three system? Turbocharged autism. No, there's no trains here. Only roofs. Only turbo roofs. Oh gosh, spicy turbo. Plus 2005 is cross between all platforms. Oh, sweet. Okay. Good guy. Good guy devs there making it cross-platform. Ow. That was me. That would have totaled the car. That would have totaled the car. Alright, hopefully this is still enough to get the vehicle, get an upgrade on the vehicle. If not, we'll at least get some points. This was pretty good about cross-platform and genuinely try to put it where possible. Yeah, that's good then. True, because Microsoft is more of like a software company than a hardware company. So that actually makes sense. Oh, I gotta love it when the AI can't even drive the car. But alright. Okay, so they're also cross-platform, that's good. Yeah, like the either the platform specific or cross-platform ones are all fine. Ooh, should we do a wet race in the Porsche? Probably not. I mean, sorry, roof. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water, let the mother burn. Alright, we do have a Caterham behind us, so we gotta watch out for that. Whole bunch of high-end supercars tearing up these Californian streets. And I'm also just kind of friendly rivals at this point. Like they're at this point they're even like doing like the having PlayStation games come to PC and like Xbox and PC games come into PlayStation, so I'm into Class C Integra and Forza Motorsport. Nice, good nice. Yeah, Center isn't necessarily like cross-platform as much, but they still have allowed some games to be ported to PC, so, you know, Also, welcome Adachi, hope you've been well. Hope you, I'm able to give you some good vibes to look to. Yes, the roof. This German engineered machine doing quite well in these Californian streets. The rear engine nature giving it lots of traction on the out of the slow speed corners. Yeah, Nintendo is especially anti-cross-platform though. Like they wouldn't even release their historic games on like Steam. They make a killing doing that too, but they don't. Down it here. Yeah, I'm not expecting too much for Gran Turismo getting a PC port. Would be cool, especially if there's mods, but yeah, it got canceled, so probably not anytime soon. I mean, kind of. I don't know. Like, I would love to have more like the classics legitimately on PC, but they only put it on and a select few on their console store instead. Which, I mean, I'm not buying a console just to play games that I could buy an older console for cheaper and play those games than they're on, you know? Like, if they release it to PC, yeah, I buy it fresh and new then, you know, as a digital download, but Nintendo don't want that. It's a bit unfortunate because Nintendo has some of the biggest issues with people emulating their consoles and games and everything as well, so like, that be the way to curb it. Why emulate when you can get an official source directly with, you know, support and everything directly from, you know, in-house? Yeah, honestly, I've not played much of motorsports, but Gran Turismo also kind of peaked at 4. Like 5 is good, 6 is pretty good. 7, I have a love-hate relationship with. But, yeah, it is what it is. I don't know, I might be one of those few people where if I can legitimately buy and play a game on modern hardware, I will. Like, I could have very easily emulated Flat Outs, but like, I bought it on Steam because it was still available on Steam. And I made sure to, you know, buy the complete collection because, you know, the fact that Bugbear and are still being nice, the good guy publishers and devs and everything, you know, keeping it up and all that stuff, despite it being a game literally from like the PlayStation 2 era, is, you know, like that's pretty cool. It's a great aspect for video game preservation. Oof. Cross-platform, but no one on any platform buys them. Big rip. I have seen which Switch 1 games I've played yet. Oh, there's so many. I've not really played much of Switch. My wife, I did get my wife a Switch shortly after we got married, but she mainly plays Animal Crossing and Mario Kart on it. Mainly Animal Crossing though. She likes playing with her villagers and all of that stuff. Now the Battle Network Collection, that's more of like a fighting game than a platformer, right? I think. Something like that? I can't remember. I can't remember. I'll be honest, I'm not nearly as knowledgeable about Mega Man as I probably should be. I don't know what connection is to JPG. Ooh. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. I might have to take a look at that. Our ranking is still decreasing. Bloody fuck. Tokyo Spec AM0 Rebel. Could be fun. Could be fun. Maybe. Give it a go. Mega Man only has one fighting game and it's not that. Ah, okay. Which is weird because you'd think with all the different like elemental based, you know, mans and everything like that, all those characters, like they would make a pretty good fighting game like aspects, you know, because you'd have a pretty solid character roster of characters that are similar-ish in kind of how they fight, but are being mechanically different enough that you would be able to, you know, I tried and failed and never tried again outside of collaboration. What? Fair, okay. I don't know. It could have been really cool, but I guess not. I mean, you think with us hyped. I mean, yeah, Mega Man doesn't necessarily lend itself as well to the party-based games as Mario does. So that makes sense. But, this is why a fighting game doesn't work. Yeah, the only way you can get to kind of stop the $80 games is to not purchase $80 games. Be patient, gamers. Wait for it to go on sale. If $80 games start flopping, then, you know, that might kind of be the kick in the nuts that game companies need to not raise the prices more, you know? The main problem was Nobu was buying the games. They had 7 games in 1 year. Oh gosh. Yeah, okay, that would definitely oversaturate the market. Like even if I was like a Mega Man fan or whatever, like I am a Need for Speed fan, I am a Gran Turismo fan, but if there was 5 different Need for Speed games in a single year, I get overwhelmed. 7 is ridiculous. I don't know, I think 60 is kind of the sweet spot. Granted, games need to be a little bit better to be, you know, to be worth that 60. But like, most games that I bought for $60, I feel like I've gotten most of my money's worth for those. And have found enjoyment. Very few games that I buy, like, new and everything at that $60 price points that I feel like I got completely ripped off on. But I'm also a bit more of a patient gamer where unless like it's like a really good, you know, really good kind of record with the company, do I kind of buy games on launch. Although that has burnt me a couple of times, mainly with BioWare with Mass Effect Andromeda, and then CD Projekt Red with Cyberpunk 2077. Omni-Man Gaming. But no, like I would honestly love to see like companies release, even if it's like the older games and everything, release them on Steam. Like that'd be pretty cool. Like if you're not gonna release it on like your own console stores, or even if you do release it on your own console stores, release it alongside like a Steam release and have like, you know, share the profits that way. Like that would be really cool. Like imagine some like PlayStation 1 exclusives being released on Steam. You know, get things. I don't know, it would just be cool. It would be really cool. Alice is trying to do that in Cat. True. That is very true. And I applaud them greatly for that, because holy moly, that is the good stuff. We need more game developers and publishers. That really kind of focus on the game preservation and everything. Alright, I recognize Atlas, I recognize Capcom, I recognize Sega, obviously, because Sonic and all that stuff. What is Marvelous? What is Marvelous? I'm not sure what that. I'm not recognizing what that one is. Maybe if you list like a couple of the games, I might recognize them. I just might not recognize them as like a publisher or developer, what have you. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I recognize Harvest Moon, and I recognize Rune Factory as well. Okay. That makes sense. Actually. The Omni-Man Omni. Makes sense. Makes sense. I'm not actually seeing a whole lot of MF Ghost, but I have heard from Initial D fans that it's not quite living up to the hype of Initial D and everything. But hey, it's another racing anime that you get to enjoy for a bit, you know, that's newer, so it's something at least, even if it's not quite up to par. Squeenix is Squeenix. Fair. Oh, Final Fantasy games would be pretty cool to actually play on Steam and everything. Release Final Fantasy X on Steam, Square Enix. I know you can do it. Imagine like an HD remaster of Final Fantasy X. Oh, that would be so cool. Oh, I don't know about that part. Big rip there. Japan be a bit interesting, I guess. But anyway. Yeah, but anyway, you know, like like remastering some of the old, like not even like necessarily remaking it, like Final Fantasy VII. Like that, just doing like an HD like remastering, like, you know, some graphical and texture updates, but like keeping everything else more or less kind of like the same, or like some slight gameplay element increasing, improvements. Like that would be kind of cool, because I actually really enjoyed my playthrough of Final Fantasy X. Like when I last played it, like that was actually a really enjoyable story. I really enjoyed the game mechanics. Like that would be cool. I agree about the multi-platform with Japanese companies. Yeah, fair. I don't know, like they need the brash American voices saying, "Hey yo, we have money, we want to buy this way. We don't necessarily want to fork over money for a brand new console and pay $400 some for it, but we would definitely pay like $30-40 a year on different retro releases you put out on Steam." And I know a shit ton of other people that would as well. Like at the very least, do a trial run with like NES and SNES games. You know, start with those. Easy enough to adapt the keyboard controls. Pretty simplistic. Fairly, I'd imagine, to be somewhat cheap to port over. Considering how robust like the emulation is for NES and SNES consoles. That goes good. Maybe do some Game Boy games as well. You know, again, all kind of directional pad type games and everything. No need for a joystick, no need for any of that. Maybe start seeing about controller support, right? And then maybe after that, go, you know, kind of, you know, some Nintendo 64, some GameCube type stuff, you know, the good stuff. That'd be pretty cool. Introduce some things like online connectivity for some games, like your older Mario Party or older Mario Kart games. Could be fun, you know? Or even if not, at least like, you know, have like split screen or whatever for PC gaming. That'd be still pretty cool. Like that'd be pretty awesome actually. Omni OP in the class. I mean, to be fair, it was one of the faster hot hatches of its time as well. So makes sense, kinda. Yeah, Nintendo be Nintendo. Big rip. Like they produce consistent high quality stuff, but then they have some of the weirdest consumer practices out there. Where you're like, bruh, I want to love you, but I also kind of hate you a little bit. Yeah, it's just a little bit frustrating. Cause like they have to know the sheer like, you know, popularity of like all the emulators and everything. Like imagine like officially supported games. But yeah, Japanese business culture kind of is a bit unfortunate in that regards. Like honestly, Polyphony would probably make some killer money as well, porting over like Gran Turismo 1 and 2 over to PC. You know, like they'd probably be able to do it without too much issue. Okay, maybe they need to get the license. Okay, the license for the cars and the songs would be a lot more expensive. So maybe that one's a bad one. Maybe that one's a bad one. This V2 of those race because she played a bootleg copy of the game. Whoops. No one knows about the fact that 90% of the games I've played have been on an emulator. Granted, the vast majority of those games I've played on an emulator were games I physically owned and copied the games off of the disc themselves. So it's technically still media I bought and paid and own, but yeah. Yeah, no they don't. They got even crazier IP laws in the US. To the point where like some streamers even need like permission to play the games from the developers or publishers and everything, because that might be seen as, you know, either portraying it in a bad light or you know, not distinct enough from like their own work that it'd be profiting off of their work and everything, which could be seen as spicy legally. Easy, down to the gears. Try to keep this thing off of the walls as much as we can anyway. We need some higher difficulty events, but unfortunately this vehicle is a little too quick for that. Oh shoot, I didn't even know that. Damn, 10% of the profits. That is brutal. That is absolutely brutal. There we go, we got the extra grippy tires now. Oh boy, okay. That's not good. We are literally teetering on the edge. We are literally teetering on the edge of being unable to do this. Yep. I mean, 80 suspension with turbo lag like crazy in a very lightweight car. Yeah, you get torque steer. You'd get torque steer. Boop. Okay, a little bit of a tap there. Okay, let's go. Full send. 5 laps around Autumn Mountain. I mean, even still, you know, 80s suspension. Pretty simplistic half shaft design. Lots of power. Front-wheel drive car, lightweight. The fun stuff. Oh, okay. Easy through there. I don't know then. I never thought that someone wouldn't know who Zach Fair. Yeah, Zach Fair. Everyone knows who Zach Fair is. He's the guy. The guy that did the thing. My mind is blanking. Who is Zach Fair? I might be either out of the loop. Look, it's been a very long day at work today. All right. My mind is kind of mush a little bit right now. I'm just kind of vibing and trying to vaguely keep my car off of the walls. I'm trying to get so many things ready for a certain project at work that it's been a little bit hectic. But yeah, no, who be Zach Fair? Is he the Zach Fairest of the land? Does he play fair? I judge corners by vibes and technical data. Nah, I'm a pure technician instead of a performer. I always try to go off of as much data as I can, all the telemetry data and everything. That is how I get quicker. That is how I go speedy. Whoop, there we go. Why did they charge tax for IIPs on the... But oh, seriously, who is Zach Fair? I am curious. You mentioned the name, saying that they gotta be someone famous and everything, and I don't know who they are. I don't. At least my mind's not. My mind isn't minding. My brain isn't braining right now. My brain be mush. My brain be mush. My brain be like microwaved oatmeal. Like a microwave breakfast burrito, all kind of soggy and mushy. This is what technical data we didn't check that Dodge Omni. I mean, all the technical data is great. IAP, in-app purchases, okay. So wait, did Zach Fair create in-app purchases? Is that the connection? Also, welcome Jaden. Cost of telemetry data, me, see how fast you can enter without dying. I mean, that's a good way to kind of find vaguely the limit, but then you do run the risk of overdriving your vehicle, or in the sense of compromised corners, setting yourself up poorly for the very next corner. For example, at Silverstone, Maggots and Beckett's, you go too fast at the first section, and you just completely throw your line off and throw away a good half second in that corner complex alone. If you go into Maggots to the first part too quick, you gotta know exactly how to approach that full complex to get the best exit speed, because you gotta master straight at the end. That's basically what racing kind of boils down to. Is what'll cut off the most distance and what'll allow me to enter the next long straight with the highest amount of speed. And that is pretty much the two key points of going quicker on a racetrack. Ooh, a little bit of tire slide there. Be a little bit careful. Ooh, we might actually lap someone, chat. We are gaining on them. Although, I don't know if we'll be able to catch them quick enough. Yeah, without traction aids, it could be a fun experience. Very spicy experience, but a fun one. Oh, though we're not gonna be able to catch them. Just barely. Less than a second away from blue flagging them. Bigger rip. Oh, that Corvette should have been so much quicker. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Alright, finally. Oh boy. Alright, let's go search up a new vehicle. Back to the compact cars for the fun of it. Oh, nice. That is a very, believe it or not, that actually is a very useful sim racing skill. The key point to that, though, is being able to take that, being able to follow them and everything, and then being able to figure out why that is the case. If you can figure out the why, then that is how you become quicker and consistently quicker. There we go. Oh, the Citroen 2CV. Oh boy. I mean, that is a gorgeous car. It's the luxury trim of it. But chat, we are going to be cooked. This thing has no straight line speed, no cornering, no acceleration. This thing is kind of a piece of shit. But that's alright. Hey, Sprockets, how have you been? Day's been going okay. I've been a little bit mind broken from work, but otherwise I'm hanging in there. We're good to drive the 2CV now. Let's see if I can record lap times and then copy someone else's. I mean, that might be... That's basically what telemetry is. If you can visualize how the telemetry works. That's basically how you do it. Oh boy. Okay, small car race. Oh boy. Let's see what we can do here. Doesn't tip. True, it won't tip either. It won't roll. It's got that hydromatic suspension stuff. Oh, please. Hopefully this gives me enough points and everything. Alright, off to an okay start. I mean, it is a gorgeous, like, this is the luxury kind of trim of the 2CV with that special paint and everything on it. It looks great. 2CV doesn't, okay, right, it was the DS or whatever that had that. 2CV had some other type of weird French suspension. Only problem is I need someone that actually be driving in front of me. That makes it a little bit tougher. Makes it a little bit tougher, but it is a start at least. The big thing is while you're following someone, you gotta figure out the why. You know, why they're taking certain lines, why are they braking at certain points and everything. And then apply that to your own driving. Make note of what they're doing and where as well. You know, alright, if they're braking just after the 100-meter buoy, you start braking there as well. It might have something like that. Oh, it only has 4 gears. It only has 4 gears, and then look how narrow the tires are as well. Welcome, Machiavelli. You missed the turbo roof. Now we're in this little French thing. The little 2CV, the little... basically the French people's car. Oh my word. Yeah, a lot of the Citroens had the hydrogen pneumatic. The DS did. The Palace did. A bunch of them did. Like, there was even one where the suspension literally saved someone from like an assassination attempt because it was able to drive away on a burst rim without like losing its stability and everything. Not burst rim, burst tire. Drive away on the rim. It came with the white flag. Oh. I do like the look of the 2CV. Like, this would be kind of a fun like microcar to take to like. So in my neck of the woods, up in Jersey, a bit further north of me, there's in the fall there's a microcar car show where you have things like the BMW Isetta, the Fiat 500, the old Fiat 500, you know, like that type of stuff. And so it'd be good. This would be kind of a fun one to take to like something like that. It's kind of cruising along the beach and everything. Did an online race, so I did the same thing except where I replicated the driving. Got an insanely good exit. Oh, did you end up melting your rear outside tire then on that? Pushing a little too hard. Ah, big rip. But hey, at least you're learning that, which is good. That is very, very good. Oh, a little bit of bonk there. Itty bitty bonk. I will say, if you're trying to drive in a ACC, the 992 Porsche, that one does go through its rear tires pretty quickly. So you do need to be a little bit careful. There we go, there we go. Nice and smooth through the corners. Oh, bit wide there. Ripped the rear tires. PCV's really good off-roading. I mean, it's so mechanically simple, they kind of have to be, right? Super lightweight. Pretty simple but robust engine. I mean, for its weight and everything. Very narrow tires as well, so you don't have to worry about it sinking in as much. Could be solid. Didn't the French use them in the military a little bit? As like support vehicles? No, that was the Citroen Kalahari. That was the Kalahari, not the 2CV. Jeez, okay, our ranking decreased a little bit more. That's not good. At least we got some upgrades, so the car will be a little bit quicker in the corners. And thankfully what this does. Oh boy, okay. Let's do it. Yeah, super cheap, super low road tax. It's actually where the 2CV comes from. For the Citroen 2CV. It was like 2 cents for the road tax for this vehicle, or something like that. And it was like really, really lightweight. Super cheap, easy to maintain. Look at that, all the good stuff. Oh, don't dive me. You're diving me, you're melon. I need a wide corner exit there to carry as much speed on the uphill. You're melon. I'd flip you off if I could. Thankfully, they all go really, really slow through here, so I can... Alright, I'll back up in the 4th. They may go really, really slow through this left-hander. Yeah, a lot of the kind of European people's cars kind of like that. Because the Beetle was kind of the same way. You had the Beetle, you had the 2CV. The Fiat 500 had a pretty long life as well, going up until like the mid 70s, which is pretty solid. The Mini Cooper as well, like, granted, the Mini Cooper had a few updates, but the Mini Cooper lasted a fair amount of time as well, without too much issues. So you know, you got some good options. But it's weird how pretty much every European country that had like a mini car or whatever, like it lasted so long on the market, just because they were cheap to manufacture, and so people, and they were cheap to buy as well, so people just kept buying them, which is very, very nice. Also means that they got a decent amount of availability of parts wise as well for like project cars and everything. Alright, let's see if we can't catch that wing road. Let's see if we can't catch him. The Civic kind of hurt us a little bit there. Yeah, the Fit is kind of absolutely dominating us. There we go, nice and smooth. Oh, we got one other compact doing the Fiat 500 after this. And that's gonna be an interesting one as well. Granted, that one's even lighter and smaller than the 2CV, so we might be okay. I mean, heck, we managed to get the Subaru 360 upgraded, so this might not be that much more difficult. We got the Beetle upgraded as well. Come on, 2 more laps. Once we get the engine upgrades for this as well, it'll really start to set the purr. Right now, we're kind of struggling to get up the highway speeds. Oh boy, come on. We are actually slowly catching the wing road, or at the very least we're keeping pace with it. But once it gets to the streets, it just disappears. And that makes it so much more tricky to catch. Come on. Yeah, I don't think we're catching the wing road. Like, in the twisty sections, we do gain a bit on it. But in the 2 longer straights that this track has, we are absolutely hosed. Which does make it a bit unfortunate. Yeah, they pulled a little bit of a gap on us, and I'll pull an even bigger one heading down the main straight. Damn, 3rd place. Still will give us some solid points. Will still give us some upgrades for the vehicle. Hopefully more rate reduction and some power upgrades. I will gladly take that. And hopefully we're able to stay within 200 points, but hopefully a little bit better than 200 points. We did enter a harder a harder race with much higher odds. So we got a chance to get some good stuff. There we go. Level up. I'll take that. Ooh, very nice. There we go. Ranking's finally actually increasing. And we get some power as well. At level 4. So everything is at level 1. Alright, let's do the front wheel drive race. Add Tsukuba as well. This will be a fun one. I like racing at Tsukuba. It's among one of my favorite, like, world renowned, you know, FIA grade 1, F1 track and everything. It's just a charming simplicity of this track that I absolutely adore. Alright, come on. Yeah, alright, on the straight we're gonna die a little bit. Oh, all these vehicles that normally are quite slow. We are, we are kind of being bullied by... Oh, there goes the Copen. Yeah, the Copen's got the maneuverability and the acceleration. It's got basically double our horsepower. Come on, let's see if we can catch the Prius at least. Alright, that helped a little bit. The Prius struggled. Yes, the Copen, the seething, the modding. I will say the 2CV is great around the corners. Got a slightly more aggressive engine note. Alright, into the slipstream. Get the good suck. Get the best suck. The Copen is getting a suck from the Prius. We're getting a suck from the Copen. Oh, the Copen's going for the move on the Prius. He makes it stick. Alright, good luck. Come on. Alright, Copen is gone. Now we are the ones, Copen. Let's try to get past the Prius at least. I mean, come on, it's a Prius. If we can't beat a Prius, then we don't deserve to be on our racetrack. A little bit of a one tire fire there. I might try locking the front differential, just given how little traction I actually have. I make the car a bit more understeery, but I can adjust that with some suspension geometry tweaks. But the inside tire lighting up is definitely hurting me a little bit. Or in the acceleration zones, out of the tighter corners. But I think it might be more so because the car is literally lifting up than the tire itself actually having the lack of traction. Alright, come on. Nice and smooth through here. And this too. Ah, rear engine moment. No worry, you'll get the snap oversteer on corner exit as well. Alright, come on. Alright, so no snap oversteer. So you may want to stiffen the rear R-bar a bit then. Or if you're getting understeer and turn in, front toe out, and soften the front anti-roll bar click with two. Lower the front and raise the rear a little bit. Or keep the rear the same and lower the front by like a couple millimeters, like 5 millimeters. And that'll help you get that extra turn in. Alright, come on. Full send. This thing. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. Well, big rip then. Best of luck. Boom. Down in gear. I want to say that this is a fun car to drive. Like, yes, it is slow, but it's got that enjoyable simplicity to it. Just like Tsukuba itself, like it's fun, it's charming, it's cute. There we go, and across the line. Third place, I will gladly take it. There we go, level up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Grazie ragazzi. Ah, okay, so braking a little bit earlier, trailing off on the corners, get the rotation, all that stuff. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. Alright. What level up to now? 6, I think? Yeah, 6. Alright, so level 2 weight reduction, level 2 tires. Alright, Auto Mountain Challenge. This would be fun. Probably should be able to handle the corners, I think. I hope. Let's do it, chat. I will say, like, I do like the custom paint job in this, though. Very pretty. The two-tone really kind of highlights the vehicle's shape. It makes even an economy car look very, very classy. Oh, we might struggle here. We might legitimately struggle. Alright, run it out wide. There we go. Okay, more speed than the MG. Back to the left. Have the inside line there. There we go. Bye-bye. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Nice and smooth through here. Oh boy. A little bit spicy. So we are all good. All good through here. Up in the fourth. Gotta be careful though, we got a high speed section coming. Why does the Alpine sound so good? Well, it's what? The GT Le Mans, so it has the high revving V6 in it. Which, you know, Probably helps with the sound a little bit. Oh boy, it is gonna be a fight. It is gonna be a fight to keep fourth. That minivan just passes like nothing. Yeah, that minivan is doing a number on us. Oh, we can't even keep pace with the minivan. Oh, okay, the turbo does it. Very nice. Alright, come on. Get it around the turns. Try to get back ahead of the minivan. We're gonna struggle though. Bonk. Okay, that's gonna hurt us. That is gonna hurt us so much. Alright, we're going back to the high-speed sections. Oh, that van is gonna hurt us majorly. Yeah, this poor 2CV. It does not have the power. There's still too many straight sections and high-speed sections. Oh boy. Alright, we're not gonna get any ranking points from this race. But you will still at least get some upgrade points, so I'm continuing. I'm continuing with the pain. Probably not the smartest thing to do, but I am continuing. At least we might get some upgrades. Maybe a bit more power. More power is always good. Oh man, this thing struggles on the uphill. It does not. I mean, it's great in the corners though. Like, I'm not gonna pretend it's not obviously amazing in the corners. But yeah, on the straights, we're getting absolutely walked by everyone. Even with plenty of upgrades, this thing can't quite compete with other lower tier like economy cars and everything. A little bit unfortunate. But the fact that we were running circles around an MG is something at least. Does bring a little bit of a smile to my face. Oh boy, come on. Ooh. There we go. 140. I mean, we at least got a solid-ish lap. But yeah, nothing quick. Nothing quick at all there. That was a little bit rough. Oh, we got an upgrade. I'll pretend that's good. I don't know the context of that, so. But I guess that's good. 926. Is that on the new Fujimi course? I'm assuming that's a good time for a B-class car. There's a one-make race on Autumn Hill. Everyone in the 2CV. Oh, that is funny. That is funny. Okay, we can beat a smart Ford too. We can beat a smart Ford too. We can do this. Oh, okay. So yeah, it is better. I mean, it just goes to show kind of how flawed Forza's class allocation system is. But yeah. come on. Let's do this. We got more power. We did get an engine upgrade. This should help us a little bit more. Yep, there we go. Big curve hop. And into the lead now. Because even though they are driving smart, they are not driving smart. They're driving really silly. So handling matters more than the acceleration and everything there. Fair enough, fair enough. But anyway. The people's car of today, or the people's car of, I guess, a decade ago versus the people's car of history. Which one will come out on top? Oh, it struggles. It struggles with the uphill. Nice and smooth through the chicane. There we go, there we go. That's the good stuff. Raise the brakes. Use a little bit of throttle to stabilize. And then go ham. Go crazy now. Get funky. Last time to get funky. To the right now. Take it back now, y'all. There we go. Another lap complete. Pulling even more of a gap on the smarts. Even with the straights, it can't catch us. There we go. Oop. Alright. Nice and smooth through the corners. Oh, this is just so fun to drive. So sometimes it's good to kind of enjoy the slow things in life. Just to see what you can do with them and everything. Plus also the fact that it's actually responded pretty well to the upgrades you put on it is very impressive. If a little bit silly. I mean, of those three, probably the more modern 911 GT2 or NA2 would probably be the best one to use for that. You know, probably better handling at the expense of a little bit less power and everything. Nice and easy. One more lap and a turn. And we get to see exactly what'll happen with this vehicle. Oh, the Countach is the best handling, then go with that one then. Alright, one more lap. This old dog can still keep pace with the newer ones. Down a gear. I wonder what one of these would be like to drive. I've not actually seen a Citroen 2CV IRL. I've seen a couple other like European microcars, like your Fiat 500s, your BMW Isettas, like that type of stuff. But I've never actually seen a 2CV IRL. An interesting vehicle. This is a bit interesting to see what would it be like to actually drive in person. Gotta be super weird because it's French. Or just being able to see it all mechanically as well. Be a fun vehicle to get a chance to see. Two, three, four. There we go. Good stuff. Very, very good stuff. I'll gladly take that. Yes. Ooh, okay, 2 upgrades. 2 upgrades to the race for 1 race. I'll take that. And some ranking points too, for good measure. Yes, please. Thank you. Alright, let's see if this can handle some of the tougher races. We will see. Then again, this is our last race, so we could probably... I mean, we already did a small car race. You know, we'll do the small car race. Close enough. Although that story is going to be a tricky one. That story does have a decent amount of power go into it. So we will have to really, really do well. It sounds like you gotta adjust the setup on the Tegra then. Or the Tegra's design was for the mid and high speed corners that just aren't on a Toge. Come on, let's carry this speed through as many corners as we can. We do have the tire upgrades, we do have the weight reduction. This thing is basically featherweight now. It is agile, maneuverable. All the good stuff. There we go. Nice. Oop. 1 lap done. Ah, okay, so Teki is better for the mid and high speed corners, got it. But anyway. Oh, this thing. Super lightweight, super agile, very small. It has been a blast to drive though. I can't stop smiling when driving this. Like it's just so lightweight and chuckable. It doesn't really have any power as well, so you're not really like gonna be losing control too much either. I wonder if there's a racing series that had raced the 2CV at all. Look, there's many of them that were made. With as many of them that were made, you know, like, it would be kind of fun to see these actually driven like in anger around a racetrack, fully stripped down, roll cage and safety systems for safety and all that. Oh, there has been racing versions of those. Cool. Cool to see like a one-make race series with these around like tight technical tracks. Be great for like grassroots motorsport. Yeah, but like outside of like rallying, like circuit racing, you know, to kind of do like a grassroots one-make style race. I know in the UK they have the Mini Miglia Cup, which is basically like the old minis that have been converted into semi-modern race cars, and they run as support races for like the British Touring Car Championship. And those are fun to watch because they stream that on YouTube. Oh, it has, very nice. very, very cool. It's just such a well-behaved little vehicle. It's a great car. Oh, come on, get it through the corners. Not much further. Oop, a little bit of a bonk on the road there. Yes! This has been a good one. A little buzzy air-cooled engine. Oop, there we go, across the line. Nice. Yes. There we go. Give me the upgrades. Give me a little bit more ranking point increase as well. I will gladly take that. All right, let's see what our next vehicle is. I think we only have compact, sporty, and real sports cars left. Yeah, all the specialty vehicles have been driven. We're getting close to having driven every single car in this game. That is ridiculous. Alright, we do have a lot of sporty cars though. Alright, we got five vehicles here. Let's pull up the random number generator again. Alright. If it is a 1, it's alpha. It's a 5, it's the other alpha. If it's a 4, it's an alpha. If it's a 2 or a 3, it's not an alpha. It is a 4, so it is the alpha. Alright, I would gladly take the alpha. I'm glad we got the alpha instead of the alpha. It is good to drive the alpha. There we go, the SZ. In red. It's an Alfa Romeo. It's gotta be in red. Yes. This thing, this 90s wedge of a vehicle. Alright. Alpha or beta? Nah, alpha best car. Already quite sporty. We got time for probably 1 or 2 races with this, so let's make it good. Let's make it good. Let's see what the SZ can do. Ah, it just looks so nice. Ooh. Oh, this sounds so good. I gotta be a little bit careful. Okay, careful doesn't even begin to say the word. This thing does not have much weight over the rear tires. It's a little bit front heavy. It likes to set the rear out. It sounds amazing though, and this is stock. It's gonna sound even better with upgrades. You don't need to go that slow. Alright, cool. That's gonna hurt us a little bit in terms of getting the points with upgrades. But we can get the distance. He's going for distance. He's going for speed. Oh, it sounds so good. What kind of engine even is in the SC anyway? I didn't get to take a look. It sounds like a high revving V6. Like a very aggressive V6. boy. Easy there. There we go. Oh yeah, okay, now that we're actually out in front. Actually out in front. This thing drives well. Yeah, kind of like it handles the bumps without like lacking the responsiveness. I get that. This is good. This is very good. Through the corners. Oh, this thing is just a beast of a car. Absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it. Down through the gears. There we go. 53-second lap times. Pretty consistent as well. Yeah, it is a little bit tail happy, but like we can manage it, I think. There we go. That's the good stuff. That is very much the good stuff. Keep it smooth through here. And this is very high in first gear. I'm not sure how Forza car classes work, so I don't know what upgrades he did on that. So I don't really have much to say with regards to the Forza cars. Ooh, another 53.4. Very close together in the times as well. Literally three laps all within a tenth of each other. Pretty impressive, not gonna lie. Okay, so stock gearing. There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeeted through the chicane. Alright, a little bit too much tail sliding going through the corner there. 1, 2. Although that did allow us to go faster. It did allow us to go faster, so maybe that is the way through that cobble corner there. Major slip angle. Ooh, we might actually end up lapping a couple of the racers as well. Wonder who last place is. Wonder who last place is. Because we're going to be catching him within a lap. Ow. There we go. Itty bitty bonk. I say itty bitty, that completely almost derailed us. So this may be... Yeah, that one was significantly slower. Our consistency is getting wrecked. Our consistency got wrecked by the chicane. The over enthusiastic attempt to catch the back marker. Oh, you don't get to slow down that much. No wonder you're in last. Bro came to a complete stop on the chicane there. Don't need to do that. Oh, that's too early. You know what? Rally car. YOLO. YOLO rally. YOLO rally car. One more lap. Let's do this. Oh, jeez. That is bad. That is a bad leak, man. Big rip. Of course. If there's gonna be leaks anywhere, of course it would be 4chan. Why am I not surprised that it's 4chan? So what is wait, arc. Oh, okay, arc, right. Not Survival Evolved Arc, the other arc. Got it. Guys trying to hacking in information. Burr's gonna have all kinds of lawyers after him. Dude is gonna have all kinds of lawyers after him. Yeah, Arxis. Big rip. Also, congrats on a new PB. Good stuff. There we go. Rankings finally coming back to where it should be. I think we got time. We got time for one more race, I think. One more race. Two laps around the Pacific Gateway. Nice and calm and relaxing. I think that'll be fine. That'd be a nice way to end the stream. Oh, okay, he wants to go left. That's alright, block me off. We can catch back up. We don't need to worry too much about that. Let's get past the Jaguar. Boink. Alright. The Nissan Simo is going to be able to out-accelerate us on a straight. Back into the draft. There we go. Alright, good stuff. Back to the left. Try to get past this big chunker of an SUV. Nice. There we go, that's the good stuff. We can catch back up to the Audi. Audi's not gonna be a big issue. Probably. Let's keep the car nice and complacent through the corners. There we go. Good stuff. Alright. Good. Then just up ahead, brake in as much of a straight line as I can, because this car really gets some oversteer on brakes. It's like the brake bias is set all the way to the rear. There we go, next lap. Final lap, let's catch him. Alright, they're gonna pull a little bit of a gap on the straightaway here because it is uphill. The power and the traction from the all-wheel drive system will really help them. Once it starts getting twisty, then we can get back close to them. We have closed the gap a bit. Will be enough to get past them? That is the big question. we go. There we go. Oh, we're running out of corners. We are running out of road. That Audi's got the power that'll be able to pull a gap on us again on the next long straight. Oh, they were slow in the corner though. I get back into the slipstream. There we go, slip through. There we go. Oh my word. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh my word. That's the good stuff. That is very much the good stuff. Boop. Bling. There we go. Get the tire upgrades as well. Get them grippy boys. Alright. And I think this is a good place to end it. I know I'm ending the stream a little bit early. I am genuinely really tired. Work today was a little bit hectic, so I'm going to be ending the stream here. Thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, please make sure you really like, subscribe. Let me know what I'm doing well in the comments down below. If you didn't like the stream, please let me know what I'm pulling so I can avoid doing it in the future and fix it in the future. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.